What is going on? I am Anon Moose, also known as ZMOT in the Archipelago, also in the creator code boost of your store. That's important today. We're going to go over that in a second. But first, I need to announce that we're going to be doing a huge, massive contest with cash giveaways, with prize giveaways. I'm going to be giving away instant training. I'm going to be giving away extra builders. I'm going to be giving away diamonds. Also, there is the opportunity to have a Supercell prize package shipped directly to you from Supercell. No paying for shipping. It's going to include pins and posters and t-shirts and playing cards and all sorts of awesome Boom Beach related stuff. So if you want to get in on that, stick around. I'll explain that a little bit later on. But for right now, we're going to get into some warships. Now, this warship account I started, I have done basically nothing. All I have done, I had no internet service for over the weekend, so all I have done is collect my chests and then close the game. Did some minor upgrades. We've got Clone Rifleman to max. They are fantastic in the early season, but later on there's just so much splash damage that they're going to struggle. So I've also got max level heavies. I was doing just straight up heavy rushes because those are the easiest ways to farm chests. Got my flares upgraded a little bit. Of course, my landing crafts are max. Those are key. I have got shocks, got the building health, got the troop damage. Then we came down, unlocked the third engine room, skipped Dr. Vitamin. Might be useful in later in the season, but for right now, no use for me. Got some cannons upgraded, got some Zookas upgraded, got the building damage, skipping the hero. Sparky is just so expensive, so is Brick. I'm going to skip both of them for now. We've got shock mines. Shock mines are the key decider. I'm going to upgrade those right now. Shock mines are so clutch for 3 engine rooms, for 4 engine rooms. You're going to want to go through them. Going through Brick might make sense in the early season, but I think she's just so expensive. I'm going to skip her for now. If you're using Brick, please do let me know. Also have skipped the boom cannons. I am aiming to get 4 engine rooms. Just be aware, 4 engine rooms is a complete and utter massacre, so you might want to stick around until you have enough to get artillery or possibly building health. I'm going to save some keys, stick at 3 engine rooms for a little bit, until I get a better understanding of what's going on. So if you have advice on that, hit me up in the comments below. Would love to hear your feedback. I am very, very raw at this point. Have not managed to figure out much because I have not had much time. We're going to place our shock mines right now. Going to do our best to hide them like a tiny bit. If anyone isn't looking closely, they won't see that. But realistically, let's be honest, you're going to see those. But anyways, I like to do my best to hide them just in case you can surprise one person at random. Again, probably very likely not going to happen. With max level cannons, you can do a slightly better job. We've got all sorts of shock. This shock mine's in a silly place. Let's move it up into this neighborhood just to try to catch someone unawares. Anyways, actually, you know what? Let's move it along. Not that one. Let's move this one over along this wall just in case. Again, not going to shock anyone. Not going to surprise anyone. Shock anyone. Hilarious. Anyways, let's get into it. We're going to try and do some battles. As you can see here, I've got 2 max level troops, 1 not max level troop, and we're just going to give it a go. Now, one thing to be aware of with the Clone Rifleman is they don't follow flares once they pop their heads out. So you can actually use that to your advantage if you're somewhat careful, but again, you have to be fairly careful because otherwise they're just going to die. So what we're going to do here, you know what? I'm just going to try all Clone Riflemen. Don't entirely know how well this is going to work, but this person does not have shock mines, so we might have a shot. Now, I'm going to go, let's go 3 on this side. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go 5 on this side. And we're just going to let them run wild, using shocks to get them into position. And once they start to die, you can start flaring. It's that simple. Let them die and then flare the heck away because they're going to leave some soldiers in behind, and those soldiers you leave in behind are going to work their way towards the engine room. That right-hand side engine room should be down. That left-hand side engine room should also be down very, very soon. And now we're just going to get moving and hope that those that are left behind, see how they stay behind, flare nice and early. The earlier you flare, the better off you're going to be because you need to get those dudes towards the engine room. It's a new mechanic that we haven't had before, and it takes some getting used to. But once your riflemen start getting close to that engine room, get the heck out of there. You know that they're going to stay behind. Boom, moving up to rank 13. Not super high. I believe people are up into like almost, yeah, people are up in a diamond already. People in this task force not doing nearly as well, but I mean, people are up into gold in Canada. People are up into diamond in global. So I am far, far, far from that simply because summertime. But now back to that contest I was talking about. There is some great, fantastic, amazing Boom Beach content out there. I fully love all of the Boom Beach content makers out there, but I think there's an opportunity for more. I want to see your attacks. If you guys have an attack that you're proud of, if you think it's hilarious, if you think it's amazing, if you think it's the best attack you've ever done, please record it, share it with me. I want to see it, and together we're going to make magic. I want to see your best attacks. I want to see your ridiculous attacks. I want to see your silly attacks. Please, if you have something that you think the world could use to see, share it with me. You're going to need to record it yourself. That has been my downfall so far, is people share attacks with me all the time in task force attacks, and they say, oh, you need to see this, and I don't record other people's hits. It just takes so much time. So please record your hits, upload them somewhere on the internet. I don't care if it's streamable, I don't care if it's YouTube or Vimeo or wherever, but you're going to need to record your hits. You don't need to talk about it. You don't need to do anything like that. I'm going to record over your audio anyways, but get your hits to me. I'm going to be giving you massive, massive prizes. Now, if you're in my task force group, you're going to have a better chance of winning. It's that simple. I want to use this both as an opportunity to give you guys a reward, but also as a recruiting. We need some players in our task force all the way from low level all the way up to max level. So check out my description. Please come join our task force group. We need you. Oh, I flared way too early for those bottom dudes. Gonna let all of them die, hoping that we get enough troops back down towards that bottom engine room. This bottom engine room is going to be our Achilles heel right now. Need to flare back into it, and I'm done for. This is going to be a big L simply because I flared up way too early. But anyways, I am super stoked because giving out prizes is something that I have not done much of. I just got a payment from Supercell because of that creator boost, and I want to give it back to you guys. I'm going to give all huge amounts of it back to you guys. You guys gave it to me. I'm going to give it right back. It's going to be this big circle thing going on. My attack's not super awesome in this video, but you get the idea. If you haven't been using Clone Rifleman, there's all sorts of possibilities, but at the same time, I think you're going to need heavies very soon. I'm going to stick to all Clone Riflemen in this video in the hopes that I can record one hit that just makes me happy. So what we're going to do, you know what? I think I'm going to do not that. Oh, there's so many possibilities here, but I think Heavy Zuka would be a good hit here. But you know what? I'm going to drop at least one boat of Zukas in behind, because I think that's going to help us on this right-hand side. So we're going to go rifle, Zuka, rifle, and then rifle, and hopefully that'll get us. So just trying to multitask here. You don't need to worry about multitasking if you're going to send me videos. I don't need you guys to chat about it. I don't need your input as far as how you feel things went or anything. Just hit me up with your videos. I want to see them. I want us to collaborate. I don't care if you have a YouTube channel. If you do, I will send people back your way. I'm not going to like hide your name or something like that. So by all means, if you want to use this as a launching platform for your channel or something like that, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's collaborate. Let's get all sorts of goodness. And if you think this is silly or you have a better way that could be going forward, like, this is not me doing well. You see, this is the problem with our Clone Rifleman not following flares. If you get the heck out of dodge too early, you're just done for. So there's your best opportunity. If you've got this Clone Rifleman hit that you developed that you think is amazing and fantastic, and I'm doing all sorts of things wrong, here's your chance. I mean, it's got to be better than 2 minutes and 22 seconds, I'm going to guess this is going to take, because no one's going to listen to flares, everyone's going to die, and we might not even take down the engine room. So bad hits. Send me your hits. I know they're going to be better than this because I need to retreat. This is pathetically bad. And that's the thing about sharing hits live on YouTube. You don't need to share anything live. You can just show me your best attack from this month, from last month. It can be a recorded hit as long as it doesn't require some tribe that doesn't exist or something like that. I don't want to see a tribe that is gone. Like if we all of a sudden there's 12 shocks coming out, it's going to be pretty obvious that it's not from right now. So please keep them somewhat relevant. This base on the left-hand side, I did not drop nearly enough of our clone rifles on that left-hand side. Now, I am shocking too much. I am fully aware of that. I should be letting our clone rifles die a little bit more. We've got enough clone rifles on that bottom. We've got some more dying. Let's get them up into here. Gonna flare. Hopefully get more rifles dying along the way so they can drop some fodder, and then we're going to get that last engine room down. Hopefully, yeah, 323, not bad. Should have been far faster on that base. That is not a good base setup. You want your troops to move the heck away. So just to explain what the heck I'm talking about there, come on. Did we win? Yes, we did. Finally. Woohoo. So on my base, you'll see people can't just drop. If they drop here, they're going to have to go through a machine gun. And you know what? Let's move this over into here. We're going to move this farther away. We want the troops to come in, hit the machine gun, and then turn to the left. You want them to go to the next closest defense, which is going to be that machine gun back there. Hopefully that makes sense. If people are not using flares, you want your buildings to draw the troops away from the engine room. Hopefully that makes sense. They're going to go from here to here to here as opposed to from here to here. Like on that base we just did, let's quickly show Mr. Stefan K79. That's my base. I always make that mistake. Not super duper bright. Just because you have a YouTube channel doesn't mean you're good at YouTube. Let's show my replay. So if we drop our troops, they're going to go straight for that engine room. They're going to go straight for that engine room. They're going to go straight for that engine room. All it is a matter of dropping troops. Had I have dropped 3 boats in the right, 3 boats there, and then 2 boats in the left, we would have been much faster. So design your base in a way that troops are not going to go to your engine rooms without a flare. You want people to have to flare away from your engine rooms. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions about your tech tree, about anything at all, now these mines are actually going to help us, I think. So let's go like this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 back here. Hopefully that left drop is far enough to the left so they don't start coming towards this engine room. We're going to let all sorts of rifle dudes die, and then we're going to throw a shock. That is the key here. We want our troops to stay the heck there once they start to die and once we start to flare away. So now that they've started to die, we're going to flare the heck away. Hopefully enough stick around that get that engine room down. And then we're going to throw a shock. And see, I keep doing that. This bottom one has been my nemesis, just not getting nearly enough damage down here. And as a result, we're just sitting here waiting. So I think what I need to start doing is just dropping 4 boats at this bottom one because I have just not been doing a great job of that. And as a result, we're going to get 1 more loss. So if you have a trick as far as how you plan your flares, how you plan your rifleman drops, would love to hear about it. Now I know that I should be mixing in some heavies, also mixing in some Zookas. We're going to do 1 more attack, then I'm going to call it a day because I don't want this video to drag on further than it needs to. So at this point, I am going to bring in some heavies because I'm afraid that our rifle dudes are not going to get there all on their own. And then we're going to go rifle, heavy. And the heavies are going to come a little bit late, and we're going to let a whole bunch of our rifle dudes die along the way, and then we're going to throw a shock. And I feel like I'm shocking either too early or too late basically every single time. So 1 more time, if you have timing tips or any sort of information that you'd like to share as far as getting all sorts of engine rooms down, would love to hear it, because I just feel like I'm making too many silly mistakes. Look how many rifle dudes are popping out at all times. Now we just need to get all of our heavies getting back towards that back engine room. Hopefully not entirely stoked on this. This person has way higher level defenses than I do, and I have been completely and utterly rushing my bases, and my warships bases don't do well in the early seasons. And I don't feel like I play enough to warrant rushing as much as I do, but I really want to save my tokens to get more stuff. This person's got max level flamethrowers, they've got max level boom cannons. I don't have any of that stuff. I think this base that I'm facing, in like 3 days' time, I am going to be way further into the warship season than they are. I think they gave away too much at the beginning season, but they're going to get this win on me, and I'm probably not going to see them again the rest of the season. So if you have thoughts on whether this person wasted their tokens, or if you think there's actually a benefit towards it, would love to hear it, because you know what, we can't end on that. I can't end on that. But looking at their tech tree, like, they have max level mortars, they had, I think, high level sniper towers, they went and got flamethrowers, they have max level boom cannons. I think that's a mistake. I'm going to get some more troop damage. I'm going to skip on the Zookas for now, but I really do like to not spend much in the early season, but this video hasn't shown it being super awesome, so need to up my game, and you guys are hopefully going to help me. We're going to see that in itself once you start submitting videos, and then we're going to go all the rest of our rifles into here. Now, I don't know that all rifles on this bottom one make sense. I think I probably should have mixed some Zookas in just to get a little bit more bang for our buck. Again, I'm a little bit stumped this season so far. Definitely need to play some more time, but that is the thing about warships. Things change so rapidly fast that by the time this video comes out, the metas are all going to have changed. If you don't know what the word meta means, please do hit me up. I had a bunch of people ask that, because a meta basically just means whatever troops people are using. I think we lost all of our rifle dudes. Come on. I hate it when my times drop below 3 minutes, 20 seconds, because it means you're in a dogfight for a victory, and I really want to end this video on a victory. Come on. Okay, victory. Boom. Shaka. Laka. Okay, so one more time, please do check out the description. There are a whole bunch of task forces that would love to have you. Please consider throwing my name in your creator boost, because there's all sorts of good stuff coming back from that. I'm not entirely sure how many diamonds I'm going to give away. I'm not going to entirely sure how many extra builders or instant training we're going to give away, but it's going to be reasonably awesome, and there's going to be a huge Boom Beach prize pack shipped to someone's front door. I haven't decided if it's going to be the best attack, the worst attack, the funniest attack, or just a random drawing, but it all depends on entered. So there is my cue to go. We've got a message coming in where after 9 a.m. means my do not disturb has been turned off. Anyways, hopefully this video finds you fantastically, amazingly awesome, and I shall talk to you soon. Keep booming those beaches. I'm ZMOT. As always, thanks for coming in.